Hey, what's going on, community? It's Nick Sarkiki.
And YSarkis.
And today we're going to be doing a This Is in the game Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is a first-person shooter developed by Rare on May 22nd, 2000. It was originally released for the N64, but has since been ported to the 360 and is now backwards compatible on the One. And I think you'll agree with me, Yusuf, it's regarded as one of the best games on the N64 alongside of GoldenEye, Mario Kart, and Super Mario 64. You and I have played all those games.
Yeah, we have, and honestly, this was probably one of the funnest. I mean, single player not really, but as long as you have, a bunch of friends together, multiplayer is really, really fun and worth your time.
It honestly is. You could see it here. In fact, you were with me when I got this footage. But
Yep.
yeah, the multiplayer was interesting because it featured Sims with varying traits and personalities. You could have peaceful Sims that always looked for a way out of combat. You could have shield Sims that always focused on getting shields. It was really cool because it brought a whole new dynamic to the standard first-person shooter of grabbing bots and simply running around the map trying to find them and objective-based things like that. Additionally, it had a full campaign with missions, and on varying difficulties, it would have different objectives to hit. Now, this game gave the game a lot of replay value because you would go through, and on different difficulties, it had different objectives. So you had different things you were trying to accomplish with each difficulty, and it brought a whole new, different concept to the gameplay. And even here, you're seeing I'm using a gadget called the Cam Spy, I believe it's called, and it really just brought a lot of new, interesting things to the N64. This was something this is something that was really unheard of at the time, and it was just a very interesting way and a very interesting take on the first-person shooter genre.
It honestly was. I mean, it was very, very similar to GoldenEye, obviously, but it was kind of like a more futuristic take to it. You had like the laptop gun, which you could place down. It would use as like a turret. What's it, the Farsight? Farsight, I think it is, where you can go through walls.
Yep, Farsight was a sniper that could see through walls. They had a lot of those blue alien guns, and I remember when we used to play this, I always thought those were like the shark guns because the SMG version of it kind of looked like a shark head to me. But anyway, that you brought up a good point. Each gun had a secondary mode of fire, and you kind of see that here. You could each gun and each weapon, whether it was a melee weapon or a long range weapon, had a second mode of fire, and I mean that ranged from whether the gun was 3-shot or single shot versus the Super Dragon the Standard Dragon, which second mode was a proximity mine that you would just throw down. That was ridiculous, and that really changes up the whole flow of the game as well. And, it's something that really was never used before or after, Perfect Dark was ever released. And what else do you want to talk about?
Basically, if you want to get this game, it's not really... It's more of a multiplayer game. It's something you get together with your friends, and, you just kind of throw in some random weapons and put in some bots here and there, and, you just kind of do your thing, kind of screw around, have fun, but back in the past, we never really played the single player. The campaign didn't really,
Yeah, I never played much of it. But yeah, looks like we're at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't played this game already, what are you doing? Get out there and play this game. And if that's it, Yusuf, I think this was as successful This Is. Community out.